Hello, it's me. It's Liz from Old Stables Crafts. How is everyone? Just going to put up a quick poll. Have you... Ooh, helps if I spell right. Right. So I'm going to leave that up there. Oh, what a day! I have been so busy. Busy bee. So as you join, do let me know that you are there. Oh, I'm getting lots of messages because this month is the 5th anniversary of my joining Stamping Up. Back end of the month, but hey. So yes. Right. Okay. Right. I think, yes I am, I'm live. So hopefully some of you will be joining soon. I've put a poll up. The poll is to ask if any of you have tried any of the new kits yet. Hello Suzanne from Washington. I hope it's a bit cooler there than it has been. I know it was very, very warm, so I'm hoping it's less so. Our weather has been bizarre, but in the opposite direction, so we've had miserable, frankly, a miserable start to July. June was fairly rubbish, and July has started much the same. They do suggest that next week we might get some nice weather. Given a choice between 50 degrees Celsius or what we've got, I'll take what we've got, frankly. So I'm going to be using the Sentimental Rose Card Kit today, and it's still in its packet. It's all still wrapped up. I have not opened it. So I'm going to start flipping the camera down. Do remember, if you are enjoying the video, to give me a thumbs up. It's cooler, still warmer than normal, and no rain. Yeah, well, cooler is better. No rain is not great, but we've had so much rain and yet the garden is dry. Morning, Marlene from Wisconsin. Hello, Barb. How are you? It's afternoon for you because I think you're in the UK, I think, aren't you, Barb? Right, I'm going to flip the camera down, and do remember I've put up a poll to ask if you've used any of the kit collection yet. For those of you outside North America, this is quite exciting for us because we don't get paper pumpkin. Morning, Nikki. Morning, Jan. So, yes, we don't get paper pumpkin, and up until now, as you probably know, Stamping Up has just done a few kits in the annual and mini catalogues, and if you don't like the kits, then tough. And if you do like the kits and you've done them, then tough, really. You're in Lincolnshire. I thought you were in the UK. Lincolnshire, my husband's family comes from Lincolnshire, not directly. I mean, his ancestors come from Lincolnshire. So we know it quite well because we have been there quite a lot. Very flat. Now, we do a lot of cycling, and we did do a couple of cycling trips in Lincolnshire. And I've decided that given a choice between hills or Lincolnshire and a headwind, I'll take hills because there's a top. Whereas certainly when we did one of our trips, we seemed to be cycling into a headwind whichever way we turned. And it was very hard. Hi, Deborah from Saginaw, Michigan? Saginaw? Is that right? Anyway, I'm going to flip the camera down and go picture in picture. You get me in with no makeup, which may or may not be a good idea. The cathedral's on a hill. Yeah, that's true. It is. And I have to say, when I was a lot younger than I am now, and before I had met my husband, I went to stay in the house that is the deanery, because I knew the son of the Dean of Lincoln Cathedral. I hasten to add the father was away when we went to stay, and we went up onto the roof of Lincoln Cathedral and basically sunbathed. It was lovely, and we did have an amazing view. I have to say, getting up there's fairly scary, mind you. So, Sentimental Rose Card Kit. This is one of the ones that is includes a stamp set, but as you can see, it's still shiny. Therefore, I have not opened it, and this isn't my second. This is my first one. I did just check that it was still available. I have to say, actually, Bob, the deanery is great because it's a really old building. It's next to the cathedral, and it's got really thick stone walls. And it was a blisteringly hot weekend that we were there, and it was really cool inside because the stone walls obviously kept it cool. So that was lovely. Right, pop that in the bin. So what do we get? I've deliberately kept out the things I think I'm going to need, because I normally forget. Right, oh, it's this, grey granite. Okay, so I'm going to get my grey granite ink pad out, because I might as well use the one that I've got and save the stamping spot for something else. But it's got a stamping spot, so that's good. Let's pop the box on the floor. So we've got a stamp set with "Thank you for you," "Thinking of you," "Happy birthday," "Congratulations," "Happy Mother's Day," that's a sort of splodgy, "Leaves," "The Flower," and "Best Wishes." So a useful stamp set. So 88% of you haven't tried a card kit. Whoa, okay. Do fill in the poll, because this is interesting. I'm staggered. I guess because most of you are in North America and you get paper pumpkin. I don't know. Maybe. So this all comes cling wrapped. So it's all kept safe and sound for you. We get to have the artist expressions, or whatever it is, paper pumpkin in August. It's a global release, so that'll be fun because I love the artist's impression. Artistic expression. Anyway, that kit. Sweet, I should say. So we have got some adhesive, some dots, some twine, so adhesive as in dimensionals. I'm just going to check. I've got a message come in, and we're still trying to sort out. Oh no, that's all right. We're still trying to sort out some stuff for my father's house. A block, really useful. That obviously I'm going to exchange for one that I've got because it's my nice ergonomic one. Let's get rid of that. So we have got, somewhere there will be some destructions. Here we go. So, Sentimental Rose Card Kit, and it's to make 3 each of 3 cards and an acetate box. Hi Pam! That stamp set was, oh, it was a past paper pumpkin, was it? Okay. The kit was one of my favourite paper pumpkin sets. Okay, so all you North Americans will have seen this already. This is new for us, you see. So yeah. But they did say they were going to re-release some of the previously popular paper pumpkins. So we've got colour instructions, which I know paper pumpkin doesn't have. It has black and white. It's got a nice ruler, so we've got a 0 to 9 inch ruler and a 0 to 22 centimetre ruler. I'm going to ignore the lengths of twine, because if there's one thing I have discovered, the twine is not necessarily isn't necessarily the right length. Pam says, hi Barbara from Germany. Hello Nikki. Hi Margaret. So what's Nikki say? Yes, I've done paper pumpkin kits and this is actually one of my favourites. Good. Pam says, I will get the paper pumpkin kit later when available, as I like these. They're lovely, aren't they? I'm surprised you don't get paper pumpkin. Oh Jan. Oh Jan. I could spend the whole hour not crafting and telling you about paper pumpkin. It is a slightly sore point for those of us outside North America, but we don't. Just let's say that. Right, does it tell us what we have got? Sort of. So there's a map on the back of what we should have. So let's have a look. We've got 3 of these really pretty card fronts. I'm guessing 3 of these, which are stunning. 3 bits of corrugated paper, which may or may not be sticky back. I think it's not. And 3 of the long thin ones. So those of you that have seen this is going to be really boring. I do apologise. Because, as I say, we don't get paper pumpkin, apart from very occasionally when they think they've got one that outside of North America might like. The trouble is, sometimes they release them after they're kind of relevant, so it's not. Do you know when the new paper pumpkin kits will be out? No, Barbara, I know as much as you do, I'm afraid. I would suggest the 3rd of August, because there'll be some in the new mini. So we've got 3 each of these envelopes, 3 of these card fronts, a wrap for our acetate box, 3 more envelopes, 3 more card fronts. Ooh, there's something in there. Ooh, tags. More card fronts, die cuts, acetate box, and labels. Oh, and some glue dots, which again I will substitute. I'm going to substitute the glue dots. In fact, I'm going to substitute everything that's in this bag, including the glue dots, with what I have already got, because then I can use these on the go at a later date. So no, Barbara, it's not been on the demo site. I don't know anything you don't know. Unfortunately, I wish I did know, but I don't. Right, so I'm going to need some white twine, which I have. Okay, so I'll do 1 of each cards and the box. So let's get some of this out of the way and see what we've got. We're going to need 1 of everything, clearly. So 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those. Don't need that lot. I'm guessing I'm going to need these for the box front. Let's put the box front bits to one side. Those are the labels. I'm going to need a card front, some of those, another card front, and another card front. I won't worry about the envelopes at this point. Right, everything else back in the box, so I know where it is. Okay, any other comments? No. Right, okay, so everyone's up to date. And as I say, do remember to hit that old poll. So, let us begin. Number 1. So number 1 is get the long thin card, one of these. Let's pop everything else to one side so I can concentrate on what I'm doing, and I need to ink the rose and the leaves. So let's get the rose out. So Jan, picking up on why we don't get paper pumpkin, we are told that it's because they couldn't get it to us quickly enough. They'd have to air freight it, which costs obviously significantly more. That's what we're told anyway. Although there is a malicious rumour, well, not malicious, there is a rumour that we might possibly get them in the future. Only because of something that Jill Taylor said at one point, that something along, they're not going to be released outside North America yet. So of course I'm jumping on the yet. Right, and I need, thank you. So if you're wondering why I'm rubbing the stamps, it's because they come out of a mould that's had a finish put into it, so they're non-stick. Right, okay, I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper because I'm going to have to stamp off the edge. So this is my old grid paper. So I need to ink up my stamp. Let's just try it out. Oh, pretty. Wow. Wow. Okay, So that is going to go up at the top-ish. So kind of there-ish. So pretty. Oh, I'm glad we've got this. Now, if anyone is on my from my team is watching, Pam, Barbara, you may not want to order this particular set. Just saying. Read the newsletter that I've just sent today. So I'm a bit too far up, but it doesn't matter. So I'm just popping in my leaves like that. So those are they. Close that. Oh no, I need to ink up my thank you, and I need a one of the green outline. Now, what colours have we got? What are the colours? Does it tell us? Coordinates with black, Calypso Coral, Floaty Flamingo, grey Granite, Mint Macaron, and So Saffron. What a lovely colour combination. That's obviously why I like it. Right, so I've got to stamp, got to depip, of course. You have it. Well, what can I say, Barbara? Too late, ha ha, ho ho, hee hee. I've already ordered a few. Anyway, it's a kit. You could give it to someone. I'm cleaning my work mat as I'm making all white wedding card, and the mat is covered in dry glue and lots of horrible marks. Yes. Okay, so there's my thank you. Right, okay, so I'm going to close this for a moment because knowing me, I'm going to make a mess otherwise. I need the card front that's got the writing on it. So let's burnish that. This gets popped onto here and it fits. So I'm going to use some seal. Right, that's the edge as opposed to the middle. So I'm going to concentrate my adhesive on that side and then the corners. And pop this here. Like that, and then I need one of these corrugated Hujima flips. And again, I'm going to de-pip because I don't like pips. And this then goes there-ish. Oh, it goes there-ish. How very odd. Okay. I'm planning to do a crafting day with your daughter and grandkids as one of their 24 little gifts for Advent. Oh, you'll be using the kits. What a great idea. Hello, Judith. Have to catch the rest on replay. Oh, dentist appointment. Ooh, not good. Have fun. I must look up when my next dental appointment is. Right, again, I'm going to use seal for the back of my label. I do like this corrugated stuff. So that goes, see, that's supposed to go there. Not for me, it's not. It's going to go there. Ooh, and I've just noticed that that's going. Okay, I'm going to change. You've got a whatchamacallit too. Good. I'm going to change how this is done. Actually, I maybe change the next one because I would put this onto dimensionals and then put the twine round it, but I'll do this one in accordance with the instructions. I'll be a good girl for once. So this gets all the way around here, and then I will put the sentiment on, but I think I might just do this bit before I put the sentiment on. So this goes all the way around the card. I'm not a great fan, let it be said, of tying twine into the card base. If I'm going to have twine or ribbon or anything, I would rather put a mat down first. So I'm going to tie this in a knot first, because otherwise we could end up with someone undoing the bow and the whole thing falling to pieces. Just a thought. Right, I'm going to have to do this upside down. Don't ask me why, it's just the way my brain works. There's only one way for me to tie a bow, and if it's the wrong way up, I just have to turn it the right way up, if that makes sense. Right, so that is our bow, and I've not measured, so I don't know whether I've used 12 or more inches of white twine. Right, so that's that, so that can dangle. Let's make that look a little bit prettier. Right, okay, let's uncover the instructions that I've now covered up. So we're then going to put our thingamajig, or whatchamacallit. The anti-glue mat is great for not getting glue everywhere. It is. It is. Yes, see, Judith, I'm not a great fan of it. I think it just... that annoys me. I'm just saying, it annoys me. It's just the way I am. So for the others, I'm going to be putting it here and ignoring the instructions, because, you know, I can. Equally, I want that to be over the edge of the... so I'm going to put it over the edge of the... I don't like things being trapped in a space. Feels slightly upsetting to cover up the really beautiful stamp, but never mind. It's what they want me to do, so I'll be good. Right, mini dimensional. Oh, did we have mini or large? We had large. Okay, I'll use large dimensionals then. So, how many do they suggest? 2. That's all right, because I wouldn't put any more than 2 on. You are Judith. Hello, Steffi. No one's ever late. They're just later. Right, so this is the Sentimental Rose Kit. Please read your team newsletter. Just saying. Anyway, so that's our first card. So number 1 tick. Right. Number 2, which is the one with the pretty roses already printed on it. So I need the pretty roses and the grey granite splodges, which is this card base, and one of those large, one of these. So that's going to go on there. I'm going to read all of the instructions before I start now. So, is anyone making the most of the designer series paper sale, or is it just me? It may just be me, of course. So that's going to go there. No, that's going to go there. And there. And are we doing anything with twine? I see this time they're putting the twine around this, having first stamped some leaves onto this. Okay, right, leaves are going there and there. I have to say the picture makes it look more orange. So now 73% of you haven't bought a kit. I'm staggered. But as I say, I suppose those of you in North America probably think that they're all previous paper pumpkins. So why would you buy them if you've already had them? Whereas those of us in Europe are going, yay! Because we haven't. Oh, I need that. Because this time I'm wishing a happy birthday. So I need one of these. And again, I'm going to de-pip. So for those of you who have joined slightly after 3 o'clock, please note I'm not using the word late, because you're not. I have substituted my blocks, my ink pad, my adhesive for what's in the kit, but everything is in the kit. No, no. What I need is happy birthday. So let's take thank you off and put happy birthday on. Good grief. You've ordered quite a few of the papers. Good, because now is the moment to get them. Right, happy birthday is that one. So again, I'm going to just make sure that it's clean, not clean, but you know, not odd. I will just try it. Perfect. And happy birthday. Okay, right, so we've got that. We just need a piece of twine, which again I'm using the twine I've got rather than what's in the kit. And again, I am going to tie a knot. See, this says 12 inches as well. That can't be right, because it was 12 inches to go all the way around the card, and now they're saying 12 inches to go around just this little bit. No, that's not right. Anyway, so I'm going to tie it in a knot first, just in case it becomes undone. I'm doing this in a very, very cack-handed way. I'm using the wrong finger, basically. Let's switch fingers. That's right. Good. Right, so where's the loop supposed to be? It's supposed to go that way. Okay. It may or may not. No, I'm going to have to do it upside down again. Or the other way round, whichever it is. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing a bow anyway. It's a bow. It's a little bow. Right, snips. Okay, so that's our bow. Now, if the bow's in the wrong place, do remember that all you have to do is bend your card and move it. It's really easy to put it where you want it. Right, okay, so this goes on there with some glue dots, or in my case, seal. A bit in the middle just for good luck, but they seem to think that a glue dot in each corner is going to be sufficient. So why should I question them? And this goes onto here. Let's get rid of that, shouldn't have brought that in. Like that. It's a very pretty kit, Pam. As I say, read the newsletter I've just sent out. Hint, hint. Right, so that goes there. Oh, we didn't put any dots on the first one. Oh, we did. I missed them off. I'll come back. I'll do all the dots later. So this then gets stuck on with glue. So I'm actually going to use glue. No, I won't. I'll use seal again. I'll just use good old seal. I do like seal. So, fold my card base, stick it to the front of the card by mistake. Right, this goes onto the front of our card like that, and then happy birthday gets a couple of dimensionals on the back, 1, 2, and this goes over the twine so that the leaves are poking out from underneath. Now it's supposed to go centrally over the twine, but frankly, if you've just stuck your dimensionals where they've told you to stick them, you're also going to be sticking on top of the twine. Does that work? I don't think so. So I'm going to pop it straight there. So as I say, I'll come back and do the dots momentarily, which would be even more helpful if I could see where the first card is. There it is. Good. Right, so that's our second card, sans dots. Third card. Paper is like an addiction. When do you have enough? Oh, absolutely. I cannot tell you how much paper I have got in my retired kits. stuff. Right, so I've got one of those, which I need that way round. I'm going to do my rose again, which is good because I'm loving my rose. And this time I need Best Wishes, which is that one. Let's get another block. Best Wishes, and again, just make sure that it's good. Right, so we've already tried this stamp out, so we know it works. So this comes in from the top right hand corner, sort of like that. And then roses, or rose petals rather. So now I am being quite careful to make sure that the stalk of the leaf matches up with something on the rose stamp, so that it's not in mid-air, because that really would do my head in. If you do end up with the gap, you can get your Stampin' Right marker in the same colour and just join it up. You can do so much with paper. My stash is huge. Right, so I'm going to be on the So Saffron tag. Oops. We do get some spares, which is always good. So if you go wrong, you've got some spares, or if you don't go wrong, you've got some to use on other projects. And I have to say, I'm deliberately not doing alternative projects. I might do some what to do with the bits you've got left over, but not alternatives, because that's kind of not what this is about. These kits are about making them up as they are. Ooh. I always think it's good when the thing comes up with the stamp, because that means you've actually inked it up properly. Right, what am I doing now? I am... Oh, I don't have any twine on this. Okay, so we're doing a landscape card. So this is going up in the top right hand corner. All stored under your table. Technically, what's stored under my desk is my card rather than my paper. I bought myself many years ago a 12 by 12 paper storage. It's not big enough, but I have got a 12 by 12 paper storage, which is where I keep my, surprisingly, 12 by 12 papers. But yeah, so it's my card that's under my desk, because that's what I generally forget that I need, so it's actually quite useful, and it's also a good use of space, because under my desk is dead space. Right, so this is going to go in the top corner, and I'm just not lining it up terribly well. Until I'm concentrating, my tongue just stuck out. There we go. Okay, so we need these bits again, and we want a straight unflagged one this time. Got lots of these left as well, so that's good. D-pip. Am I the only one that D-pips? Please tell me I'm not the only one that D-pips. I just think it looks so much better if you D-pip. Right, so this gets stuck on with glue, this gets stuck on with dimensionals. So that's going to go, and then it's, ooh, I've missed a pip. There we go. Oh, it's your card, not your paper. That's in the cupboard. Fair enough. I have to be slightly careful with what I do with mine, because I'm in the room that I'm in has glass has Velux windows and glass at two ends, so it does get rather a lot of sun, and I discovered the hard way that keeping my card out just meant that I got graduated card. Great if you want an ombre effect, not so great if you don't. Right, so this, you see, that's going to go there, and that's going to annoy me, so I'm going to put it over there. Why should I think that the Stampin' Up designers are better than me? I mean, they are, let's face it, but I just don't like things just stuck for no good reason. It just annoys me a bit. Sorry. So I'm having that there. I might come up a wee bit. Might come up a wee bit and in a wee bit. So I am still overlapping the rose, which is what we're supposed to do, but I am going off the end of the card. And then this, see, they haven't even got that square. Oh no, they have in some pictures and not in others. Okay. I'm going to use just an edge piece for this because it's overlapping the corrugated, and I think that's going to look a bit weird. You have to depip too. Oh no, it's just, oh! Right, so that's going at the top of my piece. I just think it makes it look so much more professional if it doesn't have pips. Yeah, it fades. Absolutely. The cardstock is worse than the paper because the cardstock is solid, whereas the paper is printed. So I'm actually bringing this down as far as it can go because, again, clearly I'm a better designer. I don't like the flag lining up exactly with the corrugated piece. It's just me. Hello, Cheryl. Right, so that's that. I'm going to now do the dots and then I will do the box. So the dots are here. So we've got more of the green than we have of the pink. So more of the, thinking this must be mint macaron. Where's the instructions gone? Oh, couldn't see them for looking. Yes, so that's the mint macaron, and I'm thinking Calypso coral. Where's my Calypso coral gone? Oh no, Flirty Flamingo. Not that either. It's one or the other. Anyway, it goes with both, so that's fine. Right, okay, so this one gets 3 dots. So a large one, and I highly recommend breaking them that way. I'm working on getting rid of some of your... I know you are. Done Fine Art, Floral and Hydrangea DSP. Next on the list is Sweet Symmetry. Okay. Leave the pips on, makes it look unfinished to me. Absolutely, Steffi. Right, so this goes roughly there. So it's 2 sizes. So I want 1 large and 2 small. And I'm folding back the acrylic sheet rather than just stuffing underneath, because otherwise you could delaminate the sticky bit from the coloured bit. That's technical language, by the way, bit. And then this, they're going to put there. No, I'm putting it there. Sorry, it's going there. So that's that one finished. Let's bring these 2 in. Then we've got to do the box. So, pinky ones. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again, I'm going to bend back the acrylic and pop 1 there. Small one. Come on. Yeah, you see, that's doing what I suspected they might, which is delaminating. So I'm going to go in from a different side, because the sticky bit is stuck to the other bit, and if you just dig underneath it could delaminate. I think all alternatives are so much fun. I know, Jan, but that's not what the kits are aimed at. It's not like Paper Pumpkin where that's what they've become. I mean, I will do, not alternatives, as I say, I'll do using up rather than alternatives. Hello, Margaret from Perth, Western Australia. Wow. You're watching me and Wimbledon. Ash Barty just got into the final. I'm guessing he's Australian. I have to say, I am not watching either the football or Wimbledon. You say, yeah, this one's delaminating. There we go. Oh, I've got two of them now. Right, so using this technical piece of equipment called my fingernail. But yes, just be careful with all of these flat enamel dotty type embellishments because they can delaminate. Right, so that's that one. And then finally we go back to our first one, which gets a large. Here. I'm going to pop it under the corner because, you know, that's me. A small and a small. So a small one there and a small one down there. And this is what I mean by if you stick them on with the dimensionals onto the corrugated, it gets, this bit is higher than this bit, which just doesn't feel right. Use an emery board, yeah, yep. Barbara's she's going to watch the quarterfinal at the World Cup when USA is playing. Fair enough. Watching either. I get too bored and need to use my hands. Yeah, I sit and knit. Hello, Susan from Maryland. Yvonne, yes, I saw it too there, here in Perth. So he is an Aussie, goody. Now I'm immersed in this project from Liz. Thank you. Well, this is a kit. This is one of the kits. This is, because you're Aussie, so you won't have seen this. This, as a paper pumpkin, you won't have seen it. So it's the Sentimental Rose Card Kit, which is one of the new kits for those of us that are not in North America and therefore don't get paper pumpkin. Right, okay, so the last thing we need to do is the box, which doesn't look terribly complicated. They don't actually give you a huge amount of instruction for the... Oh, yes, they do. It's there. It's there. Right, so the box is right at the bottom. Let's get rid of some of the detritus, aka rubbish, that I have, of course, picked up. So I need a tag, which is on my sheet of bits. So a tag, which will, of course, be depipped. Snips. There are my snips depipped. Get rid of that. Okay, so we're going to need apparently another 12 inches. Apparently we only ever need 12 inches of the twine. Right, this is going to have For You on it because what we are actually making is a set of gift cards. Hands up who didn't know that before we started. Well, if you're in North America, you probably did because it was in the paper pumpkin. So again, I'm doing that. Now I've squashed this, as in, no, I'll show you what I mean. So I scooched it. Scooched is the word I'm looking for. So if I just stamp that, I don't know if you can see, but it's bent. That is one of the problems or advantages, depending on how you look at it, of acrylic photopolymer stamps is you can bend them, but you don't want them necessarily to be bent. Sometimes this don't appear very interesting in the catalogue, but seeing... Well, there you go, Yvonne. And these are the ones that aren't in the catalogue. They're the ones that are just on the website because the card kits aren't on the in the catalogue. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that in Australia they are still available. This is still available. It's very pretty and very, yeah, I think it will be very popular. And if you're in Europe, I have just ordered quite a lot of this particular kit. Right, so I'm thinking that this might have Yes. Right, so when you get your acrylic box, you might be a little disappointed that it's foggy. Let me grab a piece of basic black. It's foggy, rather than crystal clear. However, it's not. I'm just going to do all my bending and then I will do a reveal. But I want my bending to be done first. It's what your stomach is for. It's pushing things against. Can you imagine if this was your introduction to card making and you got this lovely kit? Christmas presents! I know, the C word. Right, there is a film. If I can only get under it, there we go. There is a film protecting your acrylic box. So your acrylic box now is crystal clear. So it doesn't actually make it clear, pardon the pun, in the instructions that it's got film on. Right, so we've got this, and it's pre-scored, so we can bend this. I'm going to be looking for pips along the way, and there are some, because they are going to do my head in. So all we need to do is score along the score lines, and there's already this lovely piece of really tacky 3Ms glue, self-adhesive whatever. Peel that off, and then if you fold in on your score lines so you get the ends overlapping, it's going to go like that. So, ooh, it wraps round a lot. I'm just going to check that because that feels a huge overlap. It is a huge overlap. Okay. But you can actually do that before you put it on the box. You can just fold it on the score lines. Hadn't realised it was quite... So if you fold here and here, you can then just press it down and then slip it over your box like that, or like that. So I think I want the join at the back, and for me that's the back. Right, so we tie a piece of twine around this, 12 inches long apparently. Ooh, that's clever. Okay, I see what they're doing. Right. Ooh, I've got a bit of the polythene still attached. There we go. That's going to stick to me now. Go away. Thank you. Right. So again, I'm going to tie a knot, and then I'm going to tie the bow. Make it a little bit longer than that. Right, so that's the knot ready to go. Pull it tight at the bottom and then at the top. There we go. And again, we can just slide that round to where we actually want it, which is kind of there. And then what they've done, by the look of it, is that they've slipped, before they've tied the bow, they've slipped the tag over the twine, and then they've tied the bow, so the bow is kind of trapping the tag. It doesn't look like they've slipped the tag on to the twine first. Either's going to be good. It's not going anywhere. But just remember that you do want your tag on there. And I'm just going to leave those ends long. Right, now we need the die cut pieces. Oh, I am going to have fun depipping these. And these are stuck on with glue dots. I'm going to change that, of course. So, picking up the alternatives are fun. They are. I agree wholeheartedly. Rachel Tessman is the queen of alternatives, although Tammy White does them as well. I think it depends on where you're coming from with what these kits are for. So as a business demo, for me, these are to introduce people to crafting. So any of my friends who have got birthdays coming up, Christmas coming up, etc., can expect to be getting these for those. Just saying. If you are a demonstrator, I can understand that the alternatives are quite attractive. But that's not what they were who they were aimed at. They were aimed at new customers. And that's not to say that's wrong. Just that's what they were aimed for. Okay, so they want that there. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals at the top. So one there, and one at the bottom. There. They've said glue dots, which is fine. Hi, Bee! Been to your first WI meeting. Woohoo! So that must be an afternoon WI. I go to an evening WI, and we're doing fizz and strawberries for our next meeting. And it is an evening meeting because they've been doing them during the day when we've been allowed to meet outdoors. But of course, from very soon in the UK, we're going to be able to meet indoors, assuming they don't change their mind between now and the 19th of July. You know, because that would be fun. Tell everyone that this is what they're planning to do and then do something completely different. So yes, I'm using liquid adhesive for my leaves, just because I can. And then, oh, they hide! They hide all of their leaves. No! No! I'm not hiding all of my leaves. Thank you. I'm going to have my leaves showing. They've got one leaf at the top. No! I'm having all of my leaves, thank you. So there we go. Let's get rid of the trailing bits. So you get the one box which then holds all of your cards. Now obviously I've only made one of each of the cards. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that, that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for my cards. So cards, envelopes, which are in the box, but yeah, they just all fit nicely into your box. And it's I would say it's a this size specific box. They've closed your WI, so oh no. They do. There are some online WIs, I think, Pam. I know it's not the same, but are these the same size as our ordinary note cards? 5 by... Yes, they are. So these are our standard note card size. This is my school ruler. Just saying. It's about 55 years old. Just saying. So yes, these are the same size as our note cards. So this is a note card specific box. So it does mean that if you do any additional cards with what's left over, you can maybe squeeze a few extras in. Maybe not. Anyway, there we go. This is lovely. Why haven't I opened it before? Wow. So best wishes, happy birthday, thank you. The stamps we haven't used are, we used thank you, congratulations, thinking of you, happy Mother's Day, and this ... Absolutely beautiful for a present. This would be perfect for if you're going around for afternoon tea with someone, you know, and you can take Barbara Gibbons, who is here and who's on my team, who has sent me a lovely parcel with a stunning card, which I must photograph and put on my website because it is gorgeous. She knows that I like paper napkins, and we had a team retreat a little while ago, and she sent me 2 packs of paper napkins, one to say thank you for the team retreat and one to bribe me to do another team retreat. The bribe has worked. We are doing another team retreat. But napkins, patterned, you know, pretty napkins, paper napkins, are quite a usual thing to take for an afternoon tea hostess gift. But a pack of cards would be lovely. You know, if you walked into your afternoon tea party that you've been invited to and you hand over a beautiful set of handmade cards, I'm sure your hostess would be absolutely tickled pink. So yeah, so the only thing I'm going to change is I'm going to put my piece of twine here, because this is really not my idea of where a piece of twine should be. I don't want the twine showing on the inside. Thank you very much. And of course you've got the stamp set left to make more cards with. So it's in the UK it's £18 for this kit. The stamp set is probably, I mean, one of the really small stamp sets. So let me grab one I've just got. Here we go. So Sharing Sunshine, which is a photopolymer stamp set, is slightly larger, and the Sharing Sunshine stamp kit, stamp set, is £15. It's £18 for the whole kit, for the whole card kit. I would say that maybe £10 or £12 of that is this. You've also got an ink pad, a block. So the actual cards are not that expensive. And you've got the lovely stamp set to make more cards with. So yeah, just saying. Anyway, thank you very much indeed. We've been nearly an hour. The people that follow me who don't like me doing long videos are not going to be happy. But that's fine. I do short ones as well. So thank you very much indeed for joining me. Do give me a thumbs up if you have enjoyed this afternoon's trot through one of the card kits. Do remember that they are a great idea for a present, both as a kit and made up. If you're in the UK and you don't work with a demonstrator, I would be thrilled if you would try out my customer service. My ordering special this month, which is if you place an order for £50, use the host code, you will get a full set of the Genial Gems and entered into the draw to win one of the mini cut and emboss machines. So do have a look at that. Don't forget that it's a perfect time to buy the designer series papers while they're 15% off. That doesn't include the specialty papers or the colour family papers, but everything else in the annual catalogue is included in the sale. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again very soon. I'll put up my end screen. Actually, I will flip up and say goodbye properly, as my mother, bless her, always used to say. Say goodbye properly. Goodbye properly is what I would say if my grandmother would say goodbye properly. So yes, thank you very much indeed. As I say, give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will put a link to the website with this post once I've got that written, which will probably now be sometime next week, because I've got everything else lined up and I've got some more blog hops to do, so between now and then. But have a fantastic day, and I will see you again very soon, I hope. I'm live next at 11 o'clock UK time on Tuesday. So I will see you then. Bye bye.